So, I wanted to make this video to talk about one of my favorite YouTubers that I've watched for many years. When my friend Tyler first introduced me to him. And the way he's been acting now, and the way the situation is now, I feel like he needs a little bit of tough love and a little bit of advice so he can get out of this funk. And I'm talking about M3RKMUS1C. I'm talking about Eric. Now, there's just one thing I want to say, and it's going to sound harsh, but Eric, you need to quit being a fucking child. Alright? You need to stop saying, when people give you criticism, you're supposed to take the criticism. Not be all, oh, I'm gonna block this person because this person give me hate. He's talking shit about being my fiance. No, that's not the point. So people are criticizing your videos of how they've been lately, and I've watched the two that you put out recently, the Fortnite one and the other one I can't remember. And they weren't. It didn't feel like you. It didn't feel like M3RKMUS1C. But here's the thing, the reason why he's in this predicament is because he's being a child about criticism. He's blocking people, and when a YouTuber gave him criticism about his relationship and how he portrayed it, he blocked him too and started talking crap about this YouTuber as well. I say YouTuber because I can't really remember him right now, but I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. But here's the thing: when M3RKMUS1C introduced his fiance and how they met and how things went down, it's not her fault. Even though Eric likes to point out and say that, people are hitting on her and him, when that's not really the case, it's Eric's fault, because when he first announced that he was in a relationship and he was married after 2 months, that was the first red flag. See, here's the thing. We all have these red flag sensors in our brain, and when they pop up, we want to say something. And in the way M3RKMUS1C announced his relationship, that was a big ass red flag. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I know people who have gotten married after a month, but that's a very rare thing. But when it comes to this industry, the red flag that pops up is that she's a gold digger. And that's the problem with M3RKMUS1C's video about him talking about his relationship, because we all thought, including me, that she was a gold digger, that she was just using him for money. And it's not her fault, it's his fault. It's the way he portrayed her in the relationship when he first announced it. But after watching a few videos and seeing how they are, she seems like a really nice girl. It's just that none of this is her fault. Well, a little bit of it is her fault because she's been blocking people too. But it's mostly Eric's fault because of the way he's been acting and the way he's pushing his fans away. And that's not a very good thing, because sooner or later, if he keeps this up, he's gonna lose everything. People are not gonna watch his videos anymore. People are gonna unsubscribe. Actually, people are unsubscribing right now. Not a lot to do damage, but it's happening. But you guys really need to take the time and listen to the criticism so you guys can better your guys' content and support your fans, because you guys are being assholes to your fans, basically. But like I said, it's not his fiance's fault. It's Eric's fault. It's the way he said stuff. It's the way he talked about it. Literally, him opening his mouth about it is what ruined it. And I can tell by his personality, the way he is, he's not a very mature person. And sometimes not being that mature can be a good thing. But this is one of those instances that it's a bad thing because he can't take criticism. And kind of forgot where I was going to go with. Oh yeah, the way he's acting with this whole relationship and the things he said. I don't know the dude personally. I don't know how his life has been in the past before he's met Karina. I don't know how life was with him, how life was for him before YouTube or any of that stuff. But the way he's acting, and this is just an assumption, this is not a fact, this is just what my brain is telling me from the information and the signs that I'm seeing, the way he's portraying himself when it comes to his relationship, it kind of makes me think that this is his first ever relationship. Think about that for a second. When someone gets their first girlfriend, they're all happy and ecstatic, and they think they're going to be, together forever. I'm dropping my phone. But yeah, they think they're happy and ecstatic, and they're going to be together forever. Like, this is amazing. That's the way he's acting. But when the reality is, the first relationship is always the worst. At least in my experience. Sweet fucking Lord, it was horrible. Anyway, but yeah, it's making me think that this is his first relationship and that he does not want to get hurt. That's why he put the ring on the finger as fast as he could. I think he's never experienced true sadness in his life. I think he's been going on life scot-free. I don't know what he's been through. I don't know his whole entire life. This is just what I'm thinking. Because I haven't gone through scot-free. I've been with so many bad women, it's not even funny. I've been with a girl who was a schizophrenic. I was with a girl who tried to stab me. I was with a girl who cheated on me and tried to use me for money. Life is not fun. And I don't think music realizes the reality of, one, making your relationship public, and two, having a relationship. But if I'm wrong about this not being his first relationship, if I'm wrong about that, like if this isn't his first relationship, I do apologize, Merc Music. I do apologize, Eric. But it's just the way you're acting and the way you're talking about it. It's making me think that this is your first. But honestly, here's my advice. If you want to make your content better with your girlfriend, because so far your content has not been doing well, I would do this. Because here's the problem that you did. You just kind of just threw her out there. She literally just came out of nowhere. She just came into your life. And she came into our lives out of nowhere, and we weren't prepared. You didn't ease her into the fan base. We didn't get used to her. We were just like, who the fuck is this lady? Is she a gold digger? What's going on here? But since you're in this predicament and you can't go back in time to change it, here's what you should do. Play some games with your friends and make some videos with her more. Let us get used to her. Have her play games with you and your friends instead of just you and her. Because when it's just you and her, the videos are kind of boring. I'm sorry, but they are pretty boring. But yes, that's what you should do. Since she's in your life now, since she has to be part of your fan base, make some videos with her and your friends so that, oh, we get to see some familiar faces, or not see some familiar faces, but we get to hear some familiar voices that we know and love, and also bring her into the mix so that, you know, she's a part of this, and so we can get used to her. And also quit being a bitch on Twitter. Not Karina, you Eric, you need to stop blocking people. I had to check my Twitter to see if you blocked me, and her Twitter to see if she blocked me, and you didn't block me because I haven't said anything bad about you on Twitter. I've just been keeping my mouth shut. But I feel like now I wanted to say something because of the way you're acting. Dude, I'm 20 years old, and I feel like I'm more of a grown-up than you. I live with my fucking parents, and I feel like more of a grown-up to you. Yes, I just said I live with my parents. It's a long story, but short end of that is that I tried to do military, didn't work out, didn't have any place to go, so my mom said I could live here and pay rent. But yes, even though I'm in this situation, even though I live with my parents, even though I tried to do something great, I'm still more mature than Eric with the way things have been going. Because I know how to take criticism, I've been bullied, and honestly, when it comes to criticism and when it comes to bullying and trolls and stuff like that, because there's different ways you can deal with that stuff. And I know this video is kind of all over the place, but when you do criticism, you have to have an open mind and read it and see what they're trying to say. When it comes to actual hate, like trolls and stuff, you just laugh at it. You laugh at it because you know it's some fat old dude in his mom's basement. You know what I mean. Even though I live with my parents, but you know what I mean. But yeah, Eric, you really need to read the constructive criticism posts that people are having about you. You need to watch the videos fully instead of blocking people. Okay? Quit being a bitch. Okay? You take the criticism, think about it. And also, you need to release a video and talk about the whole situation. I think that's what you need to do too. You need to release a video, talk about the whole situation and what your perspective is on it, and why you're acting like this. Because we don't know why you're acting like this. Well, we kind of do. But from me, the kind of person I am, I want to know what's going through your head and why you're doing this. Like, what's making you do this? I really hope you change, dude. I really hope you get knocked on your ass and get a reality check, because if you don't, and within a year, you're gonna lose everything. And I don't want that to happen to you. I really don't. That's all I wanted to say about, the whole M3RKMUS1C situation. I apologize if the video was kind of all over the place. I'm recording this on my phone. I just really wanted to say something. And yes, I know I talked about myself, but I feel I compared myself to him. It gives a good example of of people, how they should be mentally. That probably doesn't make sense, but hopefully you get what I mean. But yeah, Mark, I really hope you get your shit together. Alright, you guys have a nice day.